on the street and just wondered how they got there. What event happened in their life to put them in that situation? Now, we've all had our shares of ups and downs, some more than others. I've had my share. See, I know what it's like to feel like the world is caving in on you. What it's like to feel real pain. What it's like to feel that every time you turn around, there's another problem waiting for you. I know what it's like to be down. Muhammad Ali once said, there's nothing wrong with being down, but staying down is wrong. When you're down in that hole, you've got to get up. You have to find your spark plug. So what is a spark plug? A spark plug is a catalyst. It's anything motivational that gets you back up on your feet and back on the right track. Now at Park Ridge Toastmasters, we give a spark plug award out to the person who exudes the most enthusiasm at each meeting. And this is my favorite award. And the reason why is because enthusiasm breeds energy. And energy is contagious. And when you have a bunch of energetic Toastmasters in a room, the meetings are fun, and it also raises the level of competition. This is a great way to not only recruit new members, but also to retain old ones. That's why I'm still there. Now let's go back to that homeless person. That homeless person is obviously down, but he's not out. He obviously hasn't found his spark plug. But think about this. He still has two legs. He still has a heart. He still has a mind. He can get out of that hole. He can find his spark plug. There's been plenty of people who have been homeless at one time, who went on to be multimillionaires. And I'll name two of them right now. First one's name is Christopher Gardner. And the second one is Jewel, the recording artist. I'll talk about Christopher Gardner first. Christopher Gardner, for those of you who do not know who he is, was played by him by Will Smith in the movie The Pursuit of Happiness. And Christopher Gardner, his life dream was to be a stockbroker. He was a single father living in San Francisco. But he was poor. And he was homeless. And by day, he would intern for a big brokerage firm. But by night, he was struggling just to be able to find a shelter to live in with his son. He knew what real pain was. But his spark plug was the fact that he knew that he wanted to be a stockbroker. And he never gave up on his dream. And he became one. And today, Christopher Gardner is a multi-millionaire. And he owns his own brokerage firm right here in Chicago. Now, the recording artist Jewel. Jewel came to LA like so many others, seeking fame and fortune. But like so many others, she fell on her face in the first 2 weeks and was living out of her car, singing and playing guitar on street corners and bus stops for spare change. Now to the average person walking by, they would think that Jewel is just another high school dropout on the way down. But Jewel, she had a dream. She knew she was talented. She knew that she was in the right city to make her success, LA. And she knew that she just kept playing enough gigs, enough places, that someone, somehow, some way, would discover her and make her star. Today, Jewel's a multi-platinum selling, multi-Grammy winning, multi-millionaire recording artist. But I've named some famous people, but you don't have to be famous to have your spark plug. My cousin, for instance, high school wrestler. My uncle was his coach. And during his senior year of high school, my uncle noticed that he was losing his drive. So he needed to find a spark plug. Well, my cousin was in the heavyweight class. So my uncle knew that his spark plug was food. He said to my cousin, I will give you $20 for each time you win a wrestling tournament. Well, ladies and gentlemen, my cousin went undefeated the entire season. And he used every dime of that $20 to eat food. He could eat 7 Big Macs in one sitting. Oh yeah, you could eat. In fact, one time the tournament took so long, I think he actually ate one of his opponents. Now, how do you find your spark plug? It starts with a catalyst. Could be a song, could be a book, could be a motivational speaker. When you find your spark plug, the next step is go for your passion. Go for what you love to do. Find something that you love. Once you've done that, the next step is to take action. And this is where so many people fail. They get the spark, they get off, they get the energy, but they fail because somebody tells them it can't be done, or they get discouraged, and they fall right back to where they started. I'm going to leave you tonight with a quote from National Championship basketball coach Jim Valvano. Jim Valvano spoke at the very first ESPN ESPY Awards back in 1993. And at that awards ceremony, as he walked up to the lectern, he knew and everybody else knew he was dying of cancer. He stood up at that lectern and he said, "Cancer can take away my life. It can eat away at my body. But there's three things that cancer cannot touch. It cannot touch my heart. It cannot touch my mind. And it cannot touch my soul. Don't give up. Don't ever give up." Now, Coach Valvano died just a few weeks after giving that speech, but his legacy lives on to this day. Find your spark plug. Follow your dreams. Take action. And never, ever give up. Madam Toastmaster.